What's up, YouTube? This your brother Danny signing in. I want to take some time to first and foremost thank everyone who has taken the time to stop by my channel to check out my videos, to like the content and subscribe. Really appreciate you all, and I hope that something that you might have heard resonated with you and might have encouraged you, inspired you, motivated you to go forward, to seek out your personal successes in your individual lives, whatever those things might be. There's really no limit, you know. I want to deal with today goals and goal setting, visualization. Then I also want to kind of um, give a update on some things I've been working on. But when we're dealing with goals, so that's something that in my past couple of videos I've been really kind of talking about my goals and what I'm looking to do here soon. And some people might be like, goals. I mean, so what? That's something simple. But I want to first define what a goal is. Um, a goal is basically something that you're trying to do or achieve, according to Merriam Webster.com or Merriam-Webster.com. So this could be anything. It's endless possibilities on anything you can achieve or um, that you put your mind to. I mean, this could be something as simple as just being a better father, a husband, mother, wife, boss, employee. Um, if you have goals or you aspire to travel, you want to go, you want to develop something, you want to invent something. Um, it's endless. You know what I mean? It could be even spiritual. I mean, if you want to, um, you know, um, memorize more scriptures, if you want to set out to live a more God-fearing and Christian life, I mean, that's an ambition. That's a goal. So it's really endless when it comes to goals. But today I want to deal with the importance of writing them down and visualizing them happening. Because at those points, that's when you're going to see the breakthroughs. That's when you're going to see the breakthroughs. And that's when you're going to see the actionable steps of you um, getting on the process of making that happen. So, a couple, let's see, a couple, or should I say, a few articles I have. I'm going to just read some snippets of a few articles I pulled up. But one particular article is dealing with a study they did back in 1979 with a Harvard MBA program graduating class. And what happened is they found that 84% of them had no specific goals at all. 13% had goals, and they were not committed to paper. 3% had goals, written goals, and planned to accomplish them. And then they followed up with them 10 years later. So in 1989, those interviewers went to those same graduating members and found that the 13% of the class who had goals were earning on average twice as much as the 84% who had no goals at all. And what was more staggering, according to this, is that the 3% who had clear written goals were earning on average 10 times as much as the other 97% put together. And that I could believe that. I mean, that's believable right there. Um, and this is just on a small level. This is just on a small level. This on a very micro level. We're dealing with one particular graduating class at one school in their one particular program. So me, I'll go so far to generalize this as far as in the United States population. I would say that maybe only 10% um, write down clear goals and plan to accomplish them, while maybe 20% might have goals, period, but they're maybe not just committed to paper, while the other 70% don't even have goals at all. I would go so far to say that. Now, granted, I'm not a statistician. Don't throw a stone at me. If you find some kind of research out there that doesn't go according to those numbers, I'm just generalizing visualizing this on the spot, I could imagine that these numbers could be elevated, with the right research and all of that. But to go forward, this is one article that I saw on Forbes. Now, Forbes is a very, very, very popular publication that many millionaires and billionaires respect and they subscribe to. And in this particular publication, they're dealing with the subject matter of goals and goal setting. So that just go to show how important it is to success. So if any of y'all aren't making goals, if you don't have goals, one, but then if you do have goals, if you're not writing them down, I would encourage you to do that, because if you do that, you know, as we go through this, you'll see, the research and the substance out there that will confirm why you're more likely to achieve it. So this one is dealing with neuroscience explains why you need to write down your goals if you actually want to achieve them. So I'm going to scroll down because there was a particular part I want to read, and it says writing things down happens on two levels: external storage and encoding. External storage is easy to explain. You're storing the information contained in your goal in a location that is very easy to access and review at any time. You could post that paper in your office, on your refrigerator, etc. It doesn't take a neuroscience scientist to know you remember something much better if you're staring at a visual cue every single day. But there's another deeper phenomenon happening in coding. Encoding is the biological process by which the things we perceive travel to your brain's hippocampus, where they're analyzed. From there, decisions are made about what gets stored in our long-term memory, and in turn, what gets discarded. Writing improves that encoding process. In other words, when you write it down, it has a much greater chance of being remembered. So I'm gonna scroll down. So this is so neuropsychologists have identified the generational effect, which basically says individuals demonstrate better memory for material they've generated themselves than for material they've merely read. And it's a nice edge to have. And when you write down your goal, you get to access the generation effect twice. Once when you generate the goal, create a picture in your mind, and second when you write it down, because you're essentially reprocessing or regenerating that image. So you have to rethink your mental picture, put it on a paper, plain object, scale it, think about their spatial relations, draw facial features, etc. There's a lot of cognitive processing taking place right here. In essence, you get a double whammy that really sears the goal into your head. So this is neuroscience confirming the effect on writing down your goals. Writing down your goals, something that simple. If you're not in a place that you want to be right now on any level, if you're not satisfied with a certain thing and you're seeking to be further along towards a particular path, question yourself. Have you made a goal of it to do this, to be there, to go about doing this, that? Write it down. Write it down. It's very important because you're going to be more likely to do it. So now another thing, this is another article in Forbes. It says how to set goals and why you should write them down. So basically it was dealing with that same study I started off with, the Harvard MBA graduating class, and then it dealt with starting with the foundation of setting SMART goals. Now SMART is an acronym that they're using for setting specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and timely goals. But it goes further to say, make your goals visible. So again, writing them down. To fill them is going to say, it's going to basically mention to visualize you already accomplishing that goal, and then writing a paragraph to describe how you would feel after you achieve your accomplishment, after you achieve your goal, then understanding them. So it says to set goals that truly motivate you, you must understand why you want to achieve your goal. So understanding the why. Why do you want to achieve this goal? Why do you want to achieve this goal? That will help you accomplish that goal. And then another thing is to actually take action, to take steps. Do those things. If you so, for instance, you could create a macro goal, and then break that macro goal down into several steps, and then daily, on a daily basis, you're taking, you're doing those micro goals towards your macro goal until you accomplish it. And then fifth, it's dealing with sharing your goals. Sharing your goals. So it says many people have fear about sharing their goals in case they don't achieve them, but sharing them will keep you accountable. So that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I sought out to do this YouTube channel, because I wanted to keep myself accountable towards my goals and what I'm wanting to do in life. And I just thought, what better way to visually and verbally put this out in the atmosphere and have others witness this. And then as they see the progress, I can be an example. I can be an example out. If I can do it, if I can do these things, I'm just a regular dude. People who already know me, I'm just a regular dude. I'm a hard-working guy. I'm not a stranger to hard work and grind and grunt work and sweat and tears and bleeding. I'm not a stranger to all that stuff. So if we all can be a witness to this moment of time right now, and look back or look ahead, and look back at this time and be like, man, he said he was gonna do that and he did. And then even if I can encourage somebody to do the same thing, that's the goal of my channel. That's the goal of what I'm trying to accomplish. I want to inspire, I want to motivate, and I want to set myself up to be a prime example to show y'all. Because if I can do these things I'm setting my mind to do, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do with y'all lives. That's the point. That's the point. So I'm gonna get into some of my macro goals for 2019. I've started off by sharing some of those in my previous videos, but I actually have written them down and added some more. So I'll try to briefly get through this really quick so that I don't keep this video going too long. But my macro goals for 2019: one, I want to be in a better place spiritually. Not to say that I'm just, off or anything like that, but you can never be at a point where you feel like you're just totally fulfilled spiritually. It's always steps and steps and steps you can continue to progress to and towards spiritually. So, definitely want to pray more. I want to read more, and just get closer to the understanding of God, the Most High, Jesus. And understanding his ways and learning how to walk more in his ways and to be a better man of God. If I'm the same person who I was yesterday, tomorrow, there's no progress in that, especially spiritually. So, just seeking to be more like Christ. Another thing is I want to see $100,000 of profit from real estate transactions. So, and that can come from a combination of a lot of different things, whether wholesales, flips, and etc. You know what I mean? So that's a goal of mine. Another one is to grow my foreign exchange account to at least $1,000. A lot of people might be like, "Oh, that's not a lot of money. $1,000? That's not a lot of money." But y'all don't know where I've come from. When I've been trading foreign exchange for about 3 years now, and for maybe the first 2 years I was not profitable. I lost a lot of money. So a time that I can remember, last year I put some money in my account, and I basically dwindled it because I'm going around looking at different strategies, trying different indicators and stuff like that, and I was not consistent. and I finally started getting comfortable with a particular thing, and then I grew that. So I doomed that account to maybe about $7. Took some time away from foreign exchange trading, and then I was reinvigorated to get back to it. And I found something I was comfortable with, and I was doing fairly consistent at that time. And I grew that account from $7, which isn't a lot of money, of course, to nearly $200. So from where I'm at now, I want to grow my account from nearly $200 to at least $1,000. And the point is, my why for that, and I need to go back to my why for my real estate transaction goal. But my why for this is because I want to eventually coach and teach forex to others. And if I could show them my monthly statements and show them the progress that I made from an account from $7 to nearly $200 to 1,000, so now they will believe in me that I can help show them how they can grow their money and invest. And then also, if I'm looking for investors to invest with my forex trading, they will see I can show them, hey man, I started with an account that I dwindled down to $7, and I've progressed to $200, to $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $1,000,000, whatever the case is. And then they will have confidence in me to want to trade their money with me because I know how to grow money. I know how to make money. So that's my goal. That's one of my goals. And to go back to my why for wanting $100,000 in profit in real estate transactions is because by the end of next year, I want to be a full-time entrepreneur. I want to be a full-time entrepreneur. Right now, I currently work full-time. I love my job. My job is great. My boss is great. My coworkers are great. It's cool. It's laid back. I'm respected and I'm appreciated. I have some great benefits. But at the same time, I'm exchanging my time and my life. I'm exchanging 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week for a paycheck, which, when you're someone like me who has so many ambitions and goals and dreams, I could do a lot with that 40 hours. You know what I mean? I could be so much further along, with my endeavors if I could get my time back. And even spiritually, if I can get more of that time back, I mean, I can do more for the Lord. I can do more reading. I can do more praying. So that's one of my biggest reasons for wanting that to happen. I want to get my book written, like I spoke of. I actually even started on writing that last night. I wrote my first page. I'll be working on the next page tonight. And I also alluded to in my previous video how my book is going to be the prelude to my movie that I'm looking to direct, which is another goal. Is to at least be in the works of getting my movie put together. So I want to be at the point of networking with funding partners to help produce the movie, networking with more people in the filming industry, or maybe even people who are just starting out with filming. Because again, my first movie, I'm not expecting this to be in nationwide theaters or nothing like that. Though it could blow up. Who knows? But at the same time, I would be cool with at least putting it out on an independent level, it being showed at festivals, things of that nature. It might even be just a short movie, you know what I mean? So start out on that kind of level and go from there and make a series of short movies. Who knows? I might do it like that and flip the game up. But that's my why of writing my book, because my book is going to inspire the movie. So that's the why. Another thing is growing up, being younger, I didn't take credit and stuff like that serious, man. Another thing, I didn't really have very consistent jobs. I didn't work very consistently. Like, I mean, I start a job and quit or get fired or something like that. I mean, I didn't really take credit serious, or those jobs that I kept for a while. You know what I mean? I had other priorities. I didn't, I was young and dumb. I mean, I prioritized, getting high, getting drunk, going out to the club, dealing with these females. I mean, I prioritize all that over making sure that I would have a sound credit for my future. So, I get a statement in the mail and, look at it, I'll pay it later. And then later come and then it's already, a week behind or something like that, and I might finally pay it. Or, other things might come up, or I might lose my job, I might quit, whatever the case is. I mean, I just really didn't take credit seriously. So I really damaged my credit to a point where I've recently reached out to some credit repair services who are doing a really good job. I'm seeing some improvements in my credit, and I have the goal of getting my credit up to about 700 by the end of next year, if not more. I mean, some people might think, oh, 700, that's not a lot, because I mean, I've heard of people being in the eights and stuff like that, but that'd be cool for me, especially coming from where I'm coming from, and I can continue to, work on it going forward. Um, Another goal I got, especially to go back to that really quick, to for the credit score, dealing with real estate. You don't want to limit yourself from your sources of funding. So I do have sources for private money, but at the same time, um, I might need to rely on my credit to get funding for certain transactions. So I want to be able to take down any opportunity that comes across my desk. Another thing I want to do, I want to get back into shape. With me aspiring to get my business off the ground, time has been limited, so I haven't been able to run like I used to. I used to run about 10 miles a day. Well, maybe not a day. I'll say maybe in a week. I used to run maybe 10 miles at least maybe 3 times a week or something like that. And I really got away from that because just really my time is limited. You know what I mean? Trying to get this business off the ground, being so focused. But I really need to gotta create some kind of way to make time to get back in shape so that I can be my best self, man, and live my best life, and stay healthy. Another thing, and lastly, aside from maybe a select amount of cheat days, but a very limited amount of cheat days, I want to really stay vegan. I really like this vegan thing. I've been vegan for maybe about 3 weeks now, and I really have been seeing some changes in my health. I feel so much better. Um, my inflammation has went down. I can tell my body composition is tightening up. Um, yeah, it cleansed me. I just feel so much better, and I don't feel so guilty. Like, for instance, last night I ate this big old thing of guacamole and woke up this morning and I don't feel bloated or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Or I could eat a big old thing of salad or a big old vegetable medley, and get just stuff myself, and I don't even feel guilty because um, just putting all kind of good stuff in me. So I'm really liking this vegan thing. I really want to keep it up, and hopefully just continue on that path. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to cover today. Oh, and I want to also give you all some updates on my last video. I was telling you about some different opportunities. One particular opportunity, it was a lady who her son was in jail. The house was facing foreclosure, and I went over there, checked out their property, and it appeared that it could be a good opportunity for me. So I made my offer, and I followed up with her yesterday. She actually ended up going with another investor who offered her more money. So at the time, I was just like, I was disappointed. I'm not going to even lie to you, because I didn't. I thought I gave a fair offer on the deal. I basically claimed it. I just knew that was going to be my deal, but I didn't get it. So I had to go back to the drawing board on my analysis, and figured out how I could possibly offer higher offers in the future. So hopefully, with that, I'll be able to get some more deals closed. And with that approach, that new approach. I went to a property yesterday, real ugly. Any of y'all who follow me on my Facebook, Danny Goodman, check me out in Dallas, Texas. Y'all might have saw me visiting a property. It was really ugly. Windows broken out, need to be totally gutted on the inside. Hoarder was standing there, junkie all up in there. So I made my offer to the realtor. He's supposed to get with the seller, get back with me. I'll be following up with him if I don't hear back from him by tomorrow. And then I have another property I'm going to be checking out tomorrow. The house is just it's in a short sale situation where it seems like I'm basically the only player on this deal. If I can go in there and make a good offer and the bank accepts it, you know, it pretty should be a pretty good deal for me. So you know, it should definitely have some nice equity in it, some nice profit built into it. So I'm hopeful for that. Spoke to a guy who just yesterday who is in Florida, and he has a home that he's renting out here in Texas, and it would need some repairs. He's renting it out currently, and he's looking to have some money to be able to invest where he's at in Florida. So you know, I did my number crunching last night. So going to make him an offer today and see if he'll take it. And you know, today I'll be grinding, doing some other stuff, and you know, continue working. Another update. I got my monthly statement from my foreign exchange broker, and December was actually my biggest month so far in my foreign exchange trading. So I'm just looking to continue that trend. So you know, the trend trend is going up. Things is on the up and up. I'm really going to be seeking to crush these goals and make these things happen. But you know, I'm gonna bring y'all alongside me. I'm gonna keep uploading these videos, and you know, keeping you guys up to date with the progress, along with trying to come up with a lot of different topics. You know, some of them might not always be with always some might not always be dealing with my professional life. I'm gonna get into some personal stuff here soon as well. But there's more in store. Just gonna have fun with this thing. Open up and share some things, because somebody out there might need to hear my testimonies and my stories and my hardships, and not only just my successes. So, but yeah, this is your brother Danny logging out. I appreciate y'all time. As always, I would encourage you to like the content, comment, subscribe, share the content, and yeah, there's more in store. Appreciate y'all time. Y'all have a good one. Peace.